All right. Welcome back to Nola Reviews. It's your boy Kels. Back on Nola Reviews Monday morning, early Monday morning, back to the start of our week. I can't say work week right now because not everybody's back at work, but hey, as we try to get back to normal in this climate we're in, dealing with coronavirus, COVID-19, we gotta try to make everything as normal as possible, man. And eventually the world will get back to a place it was before all of this happened. All right. All right. But look, today we're going to talk movies. And the movie we started out, the biggest movie of the weekend, number one rated movie in the world right now, Extraction. We're going to get into Extraction and the plot, the story, the action. There was just so much going on in that movie. It was hella good, and we're gonna break it down more in the review. Also, Westworld 3, my favorite show on television right now. Westworld, man, probably the best show on television right now. I see. Westworld season 3. We're gonna run into that thing too. But look, let's start the show. All right, let's get into it. The Extraction started Chris Hemsworth. We all know him as Thor in the Marvel franchise, but this movie, man, Chris Hemsworth, hey, he did a marvelous job. And shout out to my boy Elvin. What's up, Elvin Lewis, man, my dude. Hopefully he'll be doing some shows with me, doing some episodes with me, and maybe shows too one day. But he gave me the heads up on this movie. He told me about this movie this movie named Extraction on Netflix. He was like, man, you need to check it out, man. It's full of action packed. It's a lot of great fighting. The choreographics is amazing, man. It's choreographed to the T. I mean, I didn't. I don't want to say I was a doubter. I was doubting what he was saying. What I will say is that I never seen Chris Hemsworth work like this. Like, I'd never seen him fight like this. Because the Marvel movies when he's playing Thor it's more of a fantasy type thing. You know what I mean? He's swinging a hammer, he's punching, and guys are getting punched, and lightning and moving, and but he's imposing as Thor. That's probably why he was picked for the role. But in this movie, he plays Tyler Rake, basically an ex-military soldier from Australia. He still keeps that Australia accent in this movie, so that's great because that's where he's from, and you can hear it full bloom. But he gets down, man. He fights. He fights hard in this movie, and the action it just never stops from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. The action is there. I would say that it was John Wick-esque. Like, he was just like John Wick when he was fighting in this movie. I felt overwhelmed. I felt like it was just great, man. I didn't expect to see this from Chris Hemsworth in this movie Extraction. So Extraction is basically a movie about a black market mercenary who kidnaps this basically Muslim kind of cartel guy. They're basically two crime bosses, okay? One of them is in jail. The son is Olive, and his dad is in jail. All right, Tyler Rake is Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth plays Tyler Rake. He's the black market mercenary that used to be a soldier that's basically just working on the black market, getting paid for whatever job he do. Sometimes he jobs to kill, sometimes jobs to steal stuff, jobs to just infiltrate. That's him. He's the black market mercenary. Now, he gets hired to retrieve and extract this drug lord's son who was kidnapped. That was being taken care of by one of his operatives that works with him. The drug lord had one of his guys taking care of his son. I guess he trusted him that much. Right? So he has a rival drug lord that his name was Amir in the film, and Amir is this. He's not in jail. He's the drug lord that's not locked up in jail or whatnot. And he's running. He's running the game basically. He runs the whole city. I mean, from the military on down in this town or whatnot. So he's the crime boss. The crime boss. I was stumbling with it because I want to say cartel, but it has hints of being a cartel, but it's not actually the cartel because it's in this foreign land, a Muslim country. And I didn't get exactly where it was when I was watching the movie, but you knew it's on that side of the world, basically. And this drug lord, Amir, he's the biggest thing in the city. Like, he runs the town. He runs the military, runs the police, everything on down. And you could tell he's the man here. He kills kids. He just don't give a fuck in this. So basically, he takes his rival's son, who's supposed to be being protected by one of the rival's operatives, one of his employees. So he has his son being taken care of by one of his employees. So it's kind of sketchy on how the son get kidnapped, because the son's out with his friends and he's kidnapped basically by the police, who's being ran by the drug lord. So from there on out, you see this drug lord, Amir, killing kids. He's just doing some dirty shit. You can tell he's just a bad guy. He's the drug lord. He's going to be the villain of the film, right? So in comes Tyler Rake. And when you meet Tyler Rake, the black market mercenary, you see that he's lost something. He's kind of like, you know what he remind me of? He remind me of the you remember, did you ever see the movie? It's slipping my tongue. Not Rome. I'm thinking of, it's in the period of Rome. But anyway, he remind me a lot of this Centurion that basically just off by itself. Used to be this military man, but now he's not no more. And the name of the movie is just slipping my tongue, and it's crazy because it's my wife's favorite movie. But anyway, Chris Hemsworth plays Tyler Rake. He's his black mercenary. And the job that him and his team gets is to extract the son of the drug lord who were locked up in jail because the son got kidnapped. So Tyler Rake gets his team together. There's this female lady that's she's at the top of the team, and I'm not gonna even try to pronounce her real name. And I really didn't even remember her name. I think it was Neffy, in the film, but she was pretty good. The guy and I'm not gonna pronounce none of these actors' names because I'm terrible with names. Amir, who was the drug lord, the rival drug lord, his character was pretty good. Every actor in this film did a pretty good job, but who did the best? Who was the standout? Chris Hemsworth. You know why? Because this guy could fight his ass off, and I didn't expect to see this from him. It was like a new beginning for me, because it's like, man, Thor could fight. Like, from the fantasy films, from the Marvel fantasy films of Thor and everything, this dude, Chris Hemsworth, throws down. He throws down in this, and he remind me a lot of Keanu Reeves with the John Wick franchise. I mean, he's great. He's great. But let me dial it back because I'm all over the place. All right, Extraction. This movie is the number one movie in America right now, folks. And it's grossed, the most money it can gross right now at this time period because, we can't go out and watch movies right now. So you have to watch it from home. You can stream this movie from home. And if you have a Netflix account, watch Extraction because you're going to love it. If you don't have a Netflix account, watch this movie on your cable provider channel, rent it, pay for it, buy it, whatever you do. It's worth renting or buying. I will say that. I'm going to get into the plot for a little bit. But before I get into the plot, I do want to tell you guys that Rotten Tomatoes rating on this movie was a 64%. And that's crazy to me. And I usually love Rotten Tomatoes and their ratings. But, in the past, I have disagreed with their rating system from movie to movie. And right now, 64% is a little downplaying Extraction. Extraction is a great movie. And look, I'm going to get into the Nola review. I'm going to rank it pretty soon. But right now, we're going to get into the plot a little bit. And like I was telling you, these two rival drug lords in this movie were just beefing. They always had this rivalry. One finally, for some reason, was locked up. And the one that's not locked up, named Amir, kidnaps his rival's son. Basically holds him as ransom to kill him. I mean, because if you watch the movie, you get the sense that Amir is not going to let this little boy go for no amount of money his rival is going to offer. Hence why, in the movie, Tyler Rake's team actually succeeds and extracts the kid. And the drug lord that's locked up, his father is just like, I'm not paying him shit. That's how badass and evil these drug lords are. It's like the whole movie, I just wanted somebody, like a nobody in the movie, just to kill one of them. Somebody in jail, or just one of the kids that were just hostages to Amir, the other drug lord, just take him out. Just shoot him and get it over with. You know what I mean? You might die, but everybody else, you'll be saving a whole lot of people. That was my mind frame watching the whole movie. But anyway, this movie, the plot was basically a simple plot. Extraction. Let's get this kid out, deliver him to his father, get paid for the job, everybody go home. Did it work that simply? Nah. Because guess what? Amir had the control of the whole city, the cops, the military. There's one part, the colonel was like, okay, they got the kid. I mean, what you want us to do? And Amir was like, hey, close down bridges, close down waterways, close down everything. Close down the whole city. I don't want him escaping. The colonel's like, well, we can't do that. Amir, the drug lord, was like, make it happen. Unless your ass want to die. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But look, that's how powerful he is in this city, in this province. And man, I just did not expect this much of shooting and fighting from Thor. Man, Chris Hemsworth threw down. He was just the best in this movie. I mean, I did not expect it. I'm delighted to see the work and the fighting and the action that Chris Hemsworth could do. This another layer under his belt. I think from this movie Extraction alone, Chris Hemsworth, he's gonna get a multitude of just jobs. I think this type of movie will propel him to a new level in acting, because you have actors that stay in that one genre. You know what I mean? Some actors just stay in a superhero, type of vibe movie. That's the role they play. Some actors stay in drama. They only do love stories. Chris Hemsworth is doing a multitude of things. I've seen him do a little acting as far as drama, but I don't particularly like him in drama. Of course, we all know him as Thor in the superhero universe, and he's still a mainstay in that. And just to see him do just as good as a job as, like, let's say a Keanu Reeves as John Wick in this type of movie, and the choreographic design and the choreography and the fighting, and man, he really shocked me. He did a great job. And his adversary in this movie, Sanu, who was the caretaker of the kid Ali, he was the caretaker, was basically threatened by the drug lord that was locked up. Hey, get my kid back. He actually told him, he was like, you stupid motherfucker, you supposed to be taking care of him. Get my kid back, or your kid won't make it to his next birthday. So basically, the Sanu guy And they played around with this plot, which was amazing. You know, his job